All right, here with Coach Larsen of the Sparta Wrestling team. And Coach, what a tremendous sectional tournament to qualify 7 wrestlers to the state, and it's never been done in Sparta before. And to do it is just a tremendous honor for you and for the program to get these kids to that level. And 7 down to state is not an easy job. So it's something that you should really be proud of. And what are your feelings kind of going into the state? First, going into sectionals, I know you took 8 wrestlers there, and thought you had a chance to get them all there, but that's not always, realistic or something. But to get 7 through, were you anticipating that, or how'd you feel about that?
Yeah, I felt real good. Of course, you always want to try to get your seniors through. I think that's got to be one of your top priorities. And we got most of our seniors through, except a couple. And I know, them not qualifying, doesn't. It doesn't judge what their success was for the season or for their careers. It just didn't happen, and I always tell the kids that that's the worst thing that happens to you. Things in life are going to be easy. In the 7 that we got through, I really going into sectionals on Saturday, I really thought we were going to get 8. I really thought, hey, these 8 guys are going to do it and put it together, and we got 7. I know Chase, he was really, really upset and hard down on himself, and it just. He really wanted it, and he wrestled a good match. He just, one little mistake, and it was over. Mm-hmm. But getting 7 was, my goal is always to take what we did last year, build and improve on it, and then put the best team out there that we can. So it shows that we did have some improvement over last year, and individually and team wise, and it's about setting those goals and dreaming and pushing those goals through. And I think the kids just really are showing how important it is to peak at the right time. Quite a few coaches came up to me on Saturday and was like, geez, what'd you do to the kids, or what'd you feed them, or what'd you tell them? And I don't know. I don't think, sometimes I don't think that I say the most motivating things sometimes, but it's just, I think I just got to believe in about the time that we need to be on, and building into this part of the season. And we got it now. Now it starts all over again this week, and it's just taking one step at a time. The only difference is this week does count.
Right.
You want to win your matches down at state. You want to try to get up on that podium. Punch some kids into the finals. That'd be pretty fun. I always tell the kids I wear a tie in the state finals. So make me wear a tie. But I think they've really worked hard this year, and in the off season they've worked really hard. And I know that's that cliche of, well, everyone works hard, but I think they have their confidence level, have been really trying to build their confidence these last couple weeks and going into this week. And everyone's good at the state tournament. You have your standouts, but everyone's good, everyone's tough, everyone worked hard, everyone deserved to be there. It's just about having that confidence and mental capacity to put it together at the right time. And that's kind of what our main focus has been going on these last 3 weeks. A lot of individual time and spending time with the kids, just making them believe in what they do. Nothing fancy, right. Tricks.
And and this was, it's been a hard year for you. You won't admit it probably, but you never had a full team the whole year. And to finish the year as strong as we did, and a little disappointed in not winning the regionals, and not for a lack of effort on our part. It was just the setup of the whole thing and everything else. But to come through and send 7 wrestlers to the state, again, shows the strength of our team and our program as well. And a lot of credit to you for bringing the kids through and working through, what wasn't always a fun year. The winning was there, but there was a lot of issues to deal with, and injuries and everything else that made it hard on you. And what does that say about, I guess, our program and the future of our program?
I really got to give a lot of credit to the kids, because it was a little bit of a roller coaster, and I felt bad for them at times. Times I'd get down a little bit. Injury here, injury there. This kid can't wrestle because of this, and we just never really got to put our best team out on the mat at the same time. And I thought maybe by the regionals we could do that. We still just never had that opportunity. So I think the kids, they knew that, and they responded to it, and they did the best that they could with all that they could do. it's outside of everyone getting first at regionals and pinning their way through it, we knew it was going to be tough. And every dual meet we had for the better part of the pretty much through January, they knew it was going to be tough. It was something that we're going to have to get bonus points. We're going to have to need a little bit extra out of you. And you always want to try to get the best full potential of each and every individual. But all year I kept asking for more because we needed it as a team. Mm-hmm. Not that we don't do that. We always want their best, but the team needed their best all the time, and that's hard on them. And I think they responded very well. It goes to show. I mean, that's why I think we got 7 kids at state. I think that they understood what the mission was, and they went and attacked the mission. I'm very proud of them for that. And I think the program, this year was an interesting year. I think in previous years it wasn't that we didn't have numbers, any more numbers or any less numbers, but we had more spread out in our depth. Right. Well, this year we had we just have a lot of kids in the middle, and we just didn't have the depth. So the team that I had was what we had to go with. I didn't have, typically in the past I have 2-3 guys I can throw around in the upper weights and then in the lower weights, and we just didn't have that this year. And it was hard to shift and move guys around. But we still have good numbers in the room. It's just they just weren't where they needed to be. So I think this year was an interesting year, with that aspect. Next year and in the future, I think we're going to be able to spread out more total program wise. I think this next year will be one of those years when we're starting to see that youth program really start to punch kids through holistically from when they were in kindergarten on through. It was still a little sketchy on some of those other years. We had a bubble and then be down a little bit of a bubble. And I think now you're going to start seeing that first drop, just consistency. Not that it wasn't there 20 years ago. It was just the numbers are, the dynamics have changed. It's increased. And for the better. And now I think we should start seeing that consistency within the program, which just makes me excited, and it should make anyone who watches us from top to bottom to top, I should say, knows that it's coming. So I've been getting a lot of wow, your middle school and your youth and stuff. So it just, unfortunately, that stuff just takes time. And it's been 4 or 5 years for me, and it just takes time. Right. And it took time 10, 15 years ago. It just takes time.
Yeah. And before we go here, Jake, I just want to say that you've done a tremendous job with the program, and each coaching change, there's always an expectation to continue and do better, and you've taken Sparta Wrestling to another plateau, and we're continuing to move up the ladder a little bit, and the eventual goal of winning state championships and having kids recognized at the national level. And I know that's in your plans, and I wish you continued luck with that and success, and I know it's going to happen, and you're doing a great job of getting us to that level. I think our involvement and tournaments that you've gotten us in, the Cheesehead and the Madison tournament, and dueling with Semley and Cass and Manteville and some of those teams in Minnesota, have made these kids not fear state tournament competition and be ready for that. And they're ready for the big stage, and I think there's great things down the road for Sparta Wrestling, and you're going to be a big part of that. So congratulations, and good luck at the state tournament coming up and in years ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.